Okay, I got it that time. We're going to do a solo for Call Me All. Not the solo, a solo. The reason you can't do the solo is because the whole second half of that solo is the front half reversed. So they cut it up. They used just the front half for whatever he played. He played a whole lot of stuff after it. They took the first half, whatever is a bar, and then they flipped it. So that's why it's not just that it's fretless, it's backwards. So you can't do it. So if you were to play the notes that are on the record, it's like... That is just too fiddly in my book to reliably do at a live gig. Aside from that, yeah, you've got this. That part, it's very hard to get the power in those pull-offs, that one particularly. That one, that's hard, right? So on the record is this. That's tricky. Okay, so I play something that's modified, and the reason I modified it was I couldn't rely on that one night after night. Solo would be coming up and I'd be stressed out, and you know, it wouldn't take much to knock me off my proverbial bike at that point. So I needed to come up with something that was a bit more reliable. But in the moment, you know, people hear the bass solo and it sounds close enough. Which isn't normally what we do here on this channel, is it? We normally try to get things right. But this is one of the occasions where I got to give you a workaround. So what I play is this. Okay, and that's close enough. Now, I end on that instead of that. I could end on that, but I just find that easier to do. I could switch that. Anyway, I'm going to show you. It's almost like explaining to someone how to walk, because if you start doing that, you start falling over. So wish me luck. I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can. So what I do, never mind what's on the record, what I do is this. So I'm going to start third fret and the G string, going to hammer up to the A. So my index finger are there. I'm going to hammer up to the A with my third finger, and I'm going to pluck. So you just go. Then you get your finger, if you don't know how to slap, put your finger under the string there, go pop, 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 pop. This is why I like basses with a small gap there, because it's comfortable for me. People like a big gap. I just find that too loose, so like, you know, they're there, right? Now the next one technically is an open D. Okay, we'll do it that way, but live I think I hit the muted string. Yeah, I do. On the record, it's open D. Hammer on to the third fret with your index finger to the fifth fret on the D. But I hammer on from the third fret just because to make that noise is more reliable than to get that. So, but I go. Now, again, it's open on the A string for the next part, and you're going to hammer on to the third fret with your index finger, hammer on from there to the fifth fret with your third finger or your little finger. So, but I go. Okay, so from the top, open D, open A. Now the next one is it's an open. It's the same as the other ones, but instead of the open E, you're going G. So you're on the E string and you're going to hit the third fret twice and hammer on to the fifth fret. Again, this is only my solo, the thing I play. Alright? This first half. Okay. So the next part after that. So you hit that twice actually. Yeah. Okay, slower. Okay. So when you hit that, your next note is the 3rd fret on the A string, which you're going to hit. So it's, again, these are all with your thumb. And now you're going to pull off. We're nearly there. The rest of it is just a straight climb up, okay? Off. And now, I have to keep playing it to remind me where I am. It's one of these things that goes by so quick, I have to keep it in my head. So after we're going to go back to the 3rd fret on the A string and hammer up to the 5th fret with either your little finger or use your little finger, let's say, right? So it's, and now loosen the strings off with this hand, with your left hand, and just hit that so you get a little thunk, but no actual note. So now we're going to go up to the D string, and the same. From the 3rd fret, you're going to hammer on to the 5th fret, and 2 muted thumps. Okay, so from the top. Right, nearly there. And we're going to go back to the A string. We're going to, index finger on the 3rd fret, and you're going to go hammer on to the 5th fret. And up to the D string the same. See, what's confusing about it, it's all in the same area and there's a lot of the same stuff in it. Right, so it goes. Alright, so that's where we are. Now we're going to go back to the E string, and we're going to go from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret, up to the A string, 3rd fret to the 5th fret, up to the D string, 3rd fret to the 5th fret, and this time we're going to go to the G string. Now I've just realised the reason I go like that, it's because my little finger is already in use there. And instead of flattening it to get I'll show you what the record is. The next 2 notes, which are the last 2 notes you'll be glad to hear of the whole bloody thing, are on the G string, the 5th fret, pulling off to the 3rd fret. So that second part is. Now the reason I don't do that is because my little finger is already in use here. So I go, that last 2 notes, I play the G string on the 3rd fret to the 5th fret on the D string, and I get that instead of trying to get my, that's messy, there's other stuff ringing, right? So slowly again. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so you actually have all the notes there to play that, it's all there. And literally what you do is, if you're new to slapping or whatever else, just play it slowly over and over and over and over again. Just keep bringing up the speed until you can do it. So that last part again is G to A on the E string, C to D on the E string, or 3rd to 5th fret, all the way up. D string, F to G, or 3rd fret to 5th fret, and then we're gonna, for my version, which is just easier to play on the night, 3rd fret on the G string to the 5th fret on the D string, whereas it's actually 3rd fret to, so I should, yeah, maybe I can do that. I don't know. Okay, so on top again. Okay, as I said, that's just my version. What's on the record is slightly different thing. But if you're looking for a usable Call Me Al bass solo that you can get through, that's what I do. I hope it's of use to you. Thanks very much as always.